Hello, good afternoon. Yes. Yeah, it's not easy, huh? It's been 2.5 days, right? Yeah, this is my second time attending this conference. Last year we was in Cebu, right? I stay in Cebu hotel for 2 days. I never have chance to look around. But I think because the program very good. I think very helpful. So you can learn a lot, and networking very important as well. Yes. So today I'm going to talk about a very important issue about this one: how to attract funding. Right? You have your own way, right? You think, but every organization, especially NPO, NGO, this is their probably most important issue to get the resource, right, in order to make impact. How to do that? This is what we want to discuss today. Yes. So let me share my background a little bit. So as you can see, my background, very engineering background, right? So actually, I should not attend this conference, right? I should be the engineering conference. But actually, my passion is about, I have to say, because the Chinese community, the parents usually ask the student, their kids, to go for engineering, to go for medical school, right? But my passion actually from high school, actually, it's about the social issue. But I think I still follow I'm the good kids, right? I still follow my parents' guidance. So I choose my undergraduate major is about mathematics. So and after my undergraduate, I go to Northwestern for industrial engineering. So engineering is about industrial engineering is for what? To make your manufacturing plan, working, right? Very good quality management for your manufacturing plan and also your supply chain. So when we talk about impact, actually I'm thinking about engineering actually can also bring to this discipline. When we talk about impact, I have to say it's more like the quality management of our social intervention, our activities. So we want to use this impact measurement and management to keep optimizing, optimize our social, or keep maximizing our impact. So this is what we want to share about what we can do together. Okay, so as you can see, my left side is about my current job duty. As you can see, very busy, lots of title. I don't like actually, but which means you have lots of pressure, also responsibility. But on the right side, it's about my accreditation, about what I can contribute, what I can help for NGO, NPO, because the other side is about more related to the social part, right? So I will talk about that later, okay? So as a professor, you know what we usually like? To give you exercise, right? So this is our first exercise to wake you up, okay? This is usually our way to talk about how we align to SDGs. Do you find anything wrong with this? Or you think it's very good? Do you think it's good? Actually, this is from our. Do you think it's good or not? Do you think if you think it's good, raise your hand. Oh, okay, several. Okay, several. So if you think it's not good, raise your hand. Oh, everybody think it's good? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so yours. So as academic, actually, I'm more strict. If I can give this one a grade, I will give the grade C. Okay. Why it's not good enough? It's about everybody can talk something like this, right? You are talking about story. You are talking how you can contribute. But what's your evidence, right? Everybody, even you don't know anything, you don't know any methodology, you can deliver something like this. then how you can attract funding? If you can do the things everybody else can do, you cannot attract funding, right? You should do something special, scientific, convincing, accountable, right, to attract funding. This is not enough. I think this is okay. This, to me, this is just the baseline, very minimal. You can do. This is what I take from some very big foundation. Even the big foundation also do that. But the big foundation, why they don't need to attract funding? Because they are already rich, right? But for us, for many PTO here, we need funding, right? We are not rich enough. We need to get attraction from others, right? So definitely this is not enough, right? Next slide. This one look better, right? This is from the Shell Foundation from Philippines. Big one, right? Oh, I don't know why it keeps flashing. Yeah. Maybe the PowerPoint nervous. Because professor, judge it's good or not, right? Do you think it's good or not? Good, much better, right? Because what? We have some numbers on that, right? Not only about SDG, right? But also have some number, right? But to me, not good enough. I will give this report grade B. I'm so strict, right? Why grade B? Because everything here is about output base, right? For example, 66 new scholars supported. To me, it's nothing. If you have more resource, of course you can support more scholars, right? So that cannot show your impact. If you have more resource, you can deliver more beautiful numbers. But as a small PTO, I cannot compete with them, right? Because they can show very beautiful numbers because they have much more resource than you, right? So to me, this is so-called output-based statistics. I don't know why I keep flashing. Auto battery? Oh, it's auto battery. Someone help? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think the computer nervous as well. So maybe some have AI here, right? So output-based data, I think probably good for big foundation, but for small PTO, for small MPO, NGO, this is not the way you attract people. If you want to use this number to attract people, very challenging, right? Very challenging. Okay. So the topic is about SDG. So now this slide, they show some evidence, right? This is because this number is related to which SDG? Education, which SDG 4, right? So they have a page showing the number, and this is what they say. This is a performance, they are metrics, right? But for me, if we keep doing this for 100 years, actually I still cannot understand whether you really make change, right? Here we just simply show the numbers, right? But can you show me whether you make change, right? Scholarship, to me, come on. If I have million dollars, I can donate scholarship every year, right? I can even say I sponsor 100 scholars, right? Next year 120, next year 150. But do we really make change? No, right? No. So this is not the way we attract funding. Not good enough, right? So back to SDGs. That's to turn to our next slide. So for SDGs, we know we have goal, we have target, we also have indicators, right? So this is, for example, for SDG 3.2, SDG 3.4, we have target and we also have indicators. Come on, How many of you have really followed these indicators? You already usually, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, only few, very few organizations. But I have to say, not all organizations can use that indicators, right? Because many of the indicator is not for organizations, right? It's for the whole country, right? So which means if we really want to say we contribute to the SDGs, we need to something else, right? And we also need something else to not only, scientific, but also very systematic. And we also need indicators. We need metric. Usually should be outcome-based approach, to see whether we really make change. Okay, so the UN also noticed this problem because everybody now just use a logo to show, oh, I achieved the SDGs, but no evidence, right? So we need some evidence to show we really contribute to the SDGs, right? So I don't know whether you heard about this new standard, okay? The new standard called SDG Impact Standards. Anyone heard this standard? Please raise your hand. Do you think this standard okay? Yeah, it's better than before. Better, it's not perfect, I have to say. Of course, it's not perfect, but as you can see, they set up some standard, one for enterprise. The term enterprise actually is not for, for profit enterprise, but also any organization, right? So you can use that standard, to see whether we really contribute to the SDGs. So this year, they are going to have a seal, finally, okay? Now, you cannot simply just put SDG logo, right? You can somehow more confident, right? To have a seal endorsed by UNDP, say, actually, I'm really, implemented some approach, system into our operations to really contribute to the SDGs. So we are going to have a seal, I think, going to be available this year or beginning of next year. So this is one thing. Back to our title. You are different than the others, right? You can somehow attract funding because you demonstrate, right? Demonstrate you can do that. They also have other standard called bond issue and also Poverty Equity Fund, and this for OECD. So as you can see, if you are interested, I and SRG will maybe organize some workshop in the future to help you to understand more about the standard, and possibly not suitable for everyone because it takes time to do that, right? So we can somehow set up some pilot tests to see whether it's working for our SRG families, okay? So this is one thing probably we can help, okay? So as you can see, to get the seal, actually very challenging. As you can see there, this seal, this whole standard asks you to implement 12 steps. And for each step, actually they are standard. You have to, provide evidence you really, implement that step. For example, step 1 to step 4 is related to, you have to somehow, for the strategy, you have to really take some action, align your scope or modify your strategy, to align sustainable goals. That's very important, So the first step, it's about commit, not just commit, understand your situation, and then integrate sustainability and the SDG into purpose and the strategy, and then set the goals. You need a goal, right? For example, from now, 10 years later, right? What are your goals? What are your goals for your organization related to SDGs. You have to set out the goal as well. And those goals should align to your strategy. Align to your strategy. So this is the first part. The first part usually the easiest part, I have to say, because we are willing to commitment to us, no problem, right? But the second part, difficult. Management approach, right? Starting from step 5 to step 9, it's all about impact measurement and management. So for the first 2 days, you already heard about a lot of ways to do impact measurement, right? One, actually, like Professor Pyra mentioned about, it's SRY, right? SRY is one of the approach, okay? The UNDP SDG impact standard does not say, oh, you should use that standard. You can try any. There are many approaches you can apply. But the most important thing is you need to find some suitable way, for your organization to somehow embed this one, embed impact management into your operation. Because I would say SR not suitable for everyone. It's very complicated. Only, I have to say, only if you have big, resource to support this kind of, very complicated, holistic, okay, good, very complicated and holistic impact management approach. So I have to say the second part, usually the most difficult part. And the third part is about disclosure. It's about transparency. The final part is about governance, integrate, ensure, okay? So don't be afraid. Even it looks very complicated, but if you really want to get a sale, or you really want to contribute to the SDGs, of course we can simplify. Actually, we run many pilot tests in Taiwan already. So I know some simpler way, to help you to implement such standards. And there's a mindset you have to be very careful. Don't think about you can accomplish all the steps within 1 year. Come on, it's impossible, right? As I mentioned, impact management is more like the quality control, quality management of your social intervention or your intervention. So when we talk about quality control, quality management, it takes time. So don't expect to accomplish all the, step in 1 year. It takes time. Usually 2-3 years. I think that's reasonable, right? That's reasonable. So this is a very important mindset if you want to think about this new standard. Okay, so actually I'm also going to team up with Dr. Glenda about what we can contribute, because so far there are 62 accredited trainers for SDG impact standards. So I'm one of the accredited trainers. I think Thailand won. Philippines so far no, right? So if anyone here want to be the first Filipino, SDG impact standard accredited trainer, yeah, I can help you as well, right? So Philippines, there's no accredited trainer yet, okay? So this is one thing I think you can, so the accredited trainer will help you not only to teach you the know-how, but also help you to get the certification as well, okay? So this is one thing we can help. So because we know SRG, we have 7 pillars, right? 7-pillar model. This is, I propose to Glenda about this one, how to modify with SDG, how to integrate with SDG impact. Not finalized yet. This is just a proposal, right? So as you can see, step 1, leadership governance, right? This is about, so we have to somehow help you to purpose and mission alignment, right? And also development and impact users. Okay, And second step is about program development and management. So we have to set impact metrics. That's very important, right? Impact metrics. Impact due diligence. This is what I suggest, to integrate into the 7-pillar model. The third one, philanthropy development, execute the investment. It's not my responsibility, right? And the stakeholder engagement, actually, it's also very difficult. So we have many ways to tell you how to engage a stakeholder. When we talk about engage stakeholder, it's about get some information, get the feedback, and use the systematic way to make this contact as a useful information. When we talk about engagement, I know you are very good about engage stakeholder, but from the standard, from the methodology, very important thing is when we engage a stakeholder, can we also get some information from them and make this information also available for our future decision making? So make this engagement into data. So our next step is about financial planning. So in this step, we can start monitoring the impact, as well as risk management. Of course, every project has risk. So we have to somehow think about how to mitigate that risk as well, right? The data, SRG care about data, right? We somehow will help you about the impact data and management. And in that step, evaluate your impact. Okay, evaluate your impact. And number 6, about ecosystem building. For this part, we are doing something like impact accounting and reporting. So as you can see, reporting is not that important from my perspective. In reporting should be from, if you have data, you keep monitoring, the reporting should be, somehow very easily to get from your database, right? So reporting is always not the issue, right? So actually, I'm going to help about the impact accounting as well, because there are many NGO, NPO, PDO here. You are actually, when we judge your performance, we cannot judge by your financial performance, but we have to judge from your impact accounting evidence, right? So this is one I want to promote. And about knowledge sharing, to make more people understand your contribution, right? And you can share your knowledge with others. This is what we call ecosystem building. And finally, the 7th pillar, spirituality. It's about, can we do something better, right? Governance for impact maximization. So ideally, somehow I think we can integrate this SDG impact into the 7-pillar model. So we will keep discussing with Dr. Glenda about this and to see whether we can somehow use this together to really help you to maximize your impact, okay? So Dr. Glenda also mentioned about your case study will be shared among the, the general public. So we have a magazine called Asian Impact Management Review, which is published about, I think, 2 years ago. It's not only in English, but also in Chinese, okay? So every year we will select few case study. So we have a special column for SRG in our Asian Impact Management Review. So your impact report will be shared with our audience, okay? So you can share the knowledge and show impact to make more people understand your impact to attract funding. Okay, this is one thing when we talk about the ecosystem here. Knowledge sharing, this is we can use the knowledge sharing, we can share your case study into our magazine, Asian Impact Management Review. And of course, in the 7 pillar, as you can see, we have many things to do, right? Development impact scissors, right? Set impact metric. Everything look very challenging, right? Also, monitoring, data, evaluation, accounting, everything looks very difficult, right? So we have a lot of things to help you, to get the data, accountable, reliable, okay? So I have an institute called Asian Institute for Impact Management and Management. So we provide training as well. So we will cooperate with SRG to provide some capacity training for you as well. So for example, number 1, training about sustainability standards, okay? So this is the course we already provided. Okay, this is course we already provided. We already provide GRI standard. We already provide the SASB standard. We already provide training on UNDP SDG impact standard. And also, this is a new standard. You should be careful. The ISSB, standard. Okay, so depends on your needs. We can somehow provide a training for you if you really need to somehow follow the international standard to show you are really, follow the international standard, to contribute for the sustainability. The second thing, it will also provide training about the environmental impact, okay? Because not only social impact, but also the environmental impact. So we already provide trainings on the ISO 14064, okay? It's about greenhouse gases. And next month, I think we are going to open our next course. It's about ISO 14067. It's about carbon footprint products. And so somehow we also team up with a French-based company called Afnor Certification. Okay, so this is because now Taiwanese government focus more on the environmental part, environmental impact. So now every public traded company, they have to somehow provide a, carbon footprint, report for the government. Okay, so this is another thing we can somehow help to measure your environmental impact, not only social impact, right? And for the social impact, this is the training we can provide for you, right? This is about, we have the SRY, right? We have the ISO 26000. We also have the Impact Frontier International Standard. We also have this standard about how to evaluate the social and the human capital. This one I think very interesting. I think this will help you to understand the social capital and the human capital from your organization, okay? And finally, this is one endorsed by the Impact Economy Foundation, standard called Impact Weighted Account. I don't know whether you heard about this standard before. So as you can see, when we talk about ESG, sustainability, everything will provide actually based on international standard. Okay, so to help you to stand out, different than the other NGO NPO, because you somehow can provide evidence to show you really follow international standards. Okay, so also we have this kind of training starting from this year, social enterprise. Okay, so starting actually next month, we will going to provide actually, I don't know whether you know this organization called SDWF. They have the social enterprise certification called People and the Planet First. Okay, so far only one Philippine social enterprise verified, only one. Okay, Taiwan no, but we are going to help. Starting, we are going to mentor about 15 social enterprise to get a verification. So this is just a very big movement, because SEWF actually in the social enterprise domain for many, many years. I think if you are in the social enterprise domain, you know SEWF very well. And by the way, SEWF conference will be in Taipei next year. I think it's October, November, I don't quite remember. So welcome to attend SEWF in Taipei next year, if you are interested about social enterprise. And of course, we can help. I think Dr. Genda mentioned about for your report, someone need to endorse for you, right? Otherwise, anybody can talk about SRY, right? Even a student can say, oh, I analyze SRY for you, right? This is your SRY ratio. But can this SRY ratio countable? No, right? For financial report, you need to verify, certified accountant to verify your financial data. For impact report, of course, you need also verify, certify professional to do that, right? So actually, we are somehow advocating the importance of accountability, okay? So because I'm the so-called, as you can see, level 3 advanced practitioner, it's more like a certified accountant, you know, to write the impact report. For SRY report, actually, you have to trust the one from, we call AP3 level, you know, the highest level, the most advanced certified professional to somehow sign for your impact report. Okay, so this is one thing we can help, you know, to help you to get your report certified, or even send to the third party to get your report assured. Okay, so this is how you attract funds, right? You actually attract funds, you know, to build up your credibility, right? Otherwise, to me, your story is very touching. You already touched their right brand, right? Right brand is related to what? Creativity, right? And also arts, right? So your story very touching already. But for the left brand, it's more about logic, right? When we talk about logic, we need something more convincing. We need evidence, right? So we need this one. We need this one, you know, to somehow make your proposal, make your report more attractive than the others. Okay? So later in my last slide, I will also show you an opportunity probably you can apply. Not all of you, but later. So this is one thing we can help. Actually, I help many big foundation in Taiwan to get their report assured as well. So, of course, we can also help you on AI. So, everybody talk about AI. So, originally, I don't want to talk about AI, right? You know Jason Wang, the founder of NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA actually, Jason Wang actually born in Taiwan, right? Now, NVIDIA is the third most valuable company in the world because it's the AI product, right? So NCU actually is also here. As you can see, a circle here. So we are only one of the university in the Jason's ecosystem. So if you have something you want to cooperate, you can also contact me about this, okay? And finally, I want to share something with you. The DBS, you know, actually starting from they have a fund, okay? You can apply for. If your company is located in Singapore, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, or Taiwan, okay? Starting from this year, actually there's so-called call for application, okay? Call for application. The winner can get the award about $250,000 Singapore dollar, which is not bad, right? Which is not bad. But the NPO, NGO, nonprofit organization cannot apply. But social enterprise, social business can apply, okay? So if you are interested, and one thing very important, you build a sustainable business for impact. You already know somehow scale the business and impact over the next 2 years. And starting from this year, actually, they care more about what kind of impact you deliver. If you know the DBS fund 2 years ago, actually, starting from this year, actually, they changed their focus a little bit. They focus more about what kind of social impact you deliver. Social impact deliver. So actually next week, next Tuesday, I'm going to lead a workshop for DBS, because this year they focus very much about, in your business proposal, you have to somehow measure your impact and to explain what kind of impact you are going to deliver. Okay, so if you are interested, you can apply. The deadline, I think it's very close, August 15th. August 15th. Okay, so this is an opportunity I want to share with you. 5 minutes left. Actually, I already finished, you know. Yeah, I already finished. So this is my talk. I think it's been a very long day. So here I just want to share what I can contribute to help you think up with SRG, you know, to make your proposal report more attractive. Okay, thank you. Okay.